right out the gate here, and every single kill is going their way. Leazin picks up two. Pabzera one of his own, but Envoy, he has been a two-piece, three-piece mastermind, a specialist in that category all weekend long, and he gets yet another one. That will open things up for Cygnus for at least contesting this hard fight.
Wax, one of the big players here for the side of Cygnus Esports. If you take a look at the mini-map and you have players in position actually winning gunfights there as Attilo, and we have Envoy. Both
Skade, if they win this hard point, it would be huge momentum going forward, but Cheeto and Kim Wax combine. So they should be a few seconds here for Cygnus to hold on, to be happy, but in Envoy, no contention from Skade. Cygnus Esports holding them onto the road at this time. I think there's 20 seconds left. They decided to go for the early rotation.
That Leo Zero is actually about to take. He comes in from behind to see if he can shut down some of the early rotators, and he does new hill. So now it's their chance to try and hold, but the specialist has been built up. You can see it through the X-ray. Envoy, he has himself that depth.
Esports giving away this time to Skade at the moment. It was a good call to make this rotation happen. Now it has to pay a job at closing up both sides of the hard point. But as I say that, it's Cygnus Esports have been able to filter through this time, making these people as well in extra 15 seconds in Cygnus.
Just need to find the station. I touched on this in the very first set that we've usually seen Skade be so good on this hill. They have numbers in Cygnus, though. They're going to be able to find a couple of the entries, and right down the stairs, we get another. Oh, they are just going off. A 7th spree now comes through there for Just, and this is starting to look a lot like the map number 2.
Now looking for number 3. It's going to be Pabzera just sitting inside the cubicle. The shorty coming in from falling, and it is going to be Cygnus now inside for the last 10 seconds of time. Skade come in. They're able to pick up a couple of Camby between these two teams.
Yeah, I mean, Skade feels like they're always getting scrap time because they're down so much. They just have to. An excellent performance in hardcore right now from Cygnus Esports, and for some reason they decide to run kills to his name. You got Envoy, who's got 85 seconds inside of the hard point. He's been literally living inside first map.
This is more like Cygnus, isn't it? The kill feed is theirs. They're just 10 seconds away from victory. The Skade didn't even get a kill in the last 20 seconds there or so. Cygnus are just that dominant. Heard of them. And then Cygnus just implode. They exploded. Incredible stuff from Cygnus.
And Cygnus are probably happy. They're probably laughing. Like, all right, they want to keep playing us on this map. We're going to keep taking it away from you. This is just a matter of the simple question. It's like, you know, are they just completely broken? Like, are they shattered? Do they have what it takes to, like, Cygnus is just a little bit ahead, but we'll take a look at everything that kind of went through, but this is where everything just starts to get a bit out of hand.
Yeah, again, like I said, well, for the last 30 seconds or so, that scoreline reflected in our series, and maybe we can talk about this one a little bit more in depth now that we have the time. 150 to go or so. We go on a Hackney Yard search and destroy next to close out the series. Now, this Hackney Yard, we did actually ask for this also because Skade saw them be godsend on this map.
Yes, indeed, and yeah, this is the must-win. There's no doubt. Must win here. They can get to a game 5, and that respawn very likely could be the takeoff. If you can get there to the takeoff, to the map 4, and you know, we just see what this team has been doing here time after time for Cygnus Esports. It looks like they're getting better and better, and Skade, you know, very well could be getting worse and worse, knowing how this day is going longer. So the Warehouse, they have looked stellar in a lot of moments, and you're calling for those moments desperately here, Brody. As you
like what the goal is behind bringing Ray Hardwood into the series. Wow, I feel like it may be a massive gap on the series you played. Obviously, you got wrecked on Ray Hardpoint in the first best of 5. You haven't had a good go on Ray Hardpoint. 1-0 down in the series. We go to a map in which they have looked good.
At least allow you to have a little bit more room here on the defensive side. You also got a player positioned inside. 40 seconds left, though. Pretty low on time. You're going to have to make a decision. Now you have to try to make this retake happen. We'll see how they do it. Kim West
trade swings out, takes down Middle East. Leazin going in for a flank on their own bomb. Huge they're going to happen as Cygnus Esports able to retake the site.
That was really nice. I mean, that's usually what we see from Skade, from just finding the opening, then going right after him. Will be Tatillo coming with. Wax will offset the numbers in favor of Cygnus Esports. The bomb looks like it's being planted today, and they're going to try for other posts.
Mark in on himself. It's going to free fire around the elbow. Not there just yet, though. Zero. The door there, trying to get back into the site. Now it is just a 1 versus 3 for Leah Zera. Play time if you're
not really to play, but it's just going to try to stick to the fuse, and Leo Zira calls the bluff, says no way, Jose. Gets there and want to go 2-0 down after getting destroyed in the map 1. So a big round here for
Tio starting strong here. This is a very aggressive round out of Cygnus here, right out of the gate. And now it is just a one versus. Maybe he does and thinks, well, heck it, I'll do it anyway. That is going to be a round for Cygnus, and that's a great response.
So why not just match it? I really do like the play call here defensively. And that will be, they won't connect with the shot. Meanwhile, we'll also lose another, but Just will get the trade for his teammate. Keeps us up 2v2 with plenty of time to play with.
The good news here for Skade is they have players on opposite sides of the map versus 2. I made the gamble that this bomb will now Shorty picking up these players who are, hopefully for him at least, hiding in corners, but I think as soon as he
an angle, I like the discipline. Everyone just patiently waiting. Little bomb check comes through. The repeat up top. Zero numbers advantages. And they've been able to work themselves out of a hole here in a couple of the rounds where they've lost the first initial engagements, but the side of Skade and Limbs has apparently killed himself somehow. So unfortunate there.
For Elias Zera, he's been put in this situation so many times today. Finds himself picking up the first unfortunate thing that could have possibly happened there. Now we switch sides. Cygnus Esports.
Hagen, Patillo this time with the 3K. Oh, baby, that's how you get it done. You want the site cleared out. Well, Envoy gonna drop this bomb here on A, and he loses his teammate.
Zera has been a through the wall. The nade goes out for Zera. Looks for the sniper, and it's gonna get it.
Reads it so well. Like, what position are you gonna hold when you get information on the player retaking from their side of the map on L? You're gonna hold that bomb versus 2. That is when you needed someone to go big here for the side of Skade. It might be able to shut down once again, just finding another first blood.
Versus 5, making it 2 versus 5, just taking down Zera for Skade. Not looking good in this round. They absolutely know where he is. Linz is just a case of now him trying to survive.
Linz is just waiting, looking at 8. So 4-3 we go. Cygnus Esports here know that Skade like to take their time, move all the way to the backland. And they want to bring that aggression right in, but it's going to be matched. It's a full-on brawl inside of the warehouse.
Cygnus are making a very quick go of things here in this round. This bomb will go down. Miguelis can do what he will. They earn any more kills. Map point.
Oh no, Brody. Oh no. Cygnus Esports, I mean, from the defense, I feel like this is a very bold call, and that call is being punished. Already losing 4 situation. Miguelis, hands are full. Has to come through 4 as the bomb's being planted.
They go 2-0 up here in the grand final. It's a worrying state of affairs for Skade Esports. Took the search and destroy in the last series, and that was the map that Skade won. A gunfire in Rangers won 2-0 up. Cygnus looking really, really good.
Sure are. I mean, you can remember here from Cygnus that has been stepping up, and we get to really take a look at it here in our exterior rewind time record replay. Cygnus Esports, they're just playing so patiently for those initial kills, and then of course, you know, Miguelis, another one. Now everything has just been coming together. We take a look at the series layout. The first 2 maps are good for Cygnus Esports. We're going to move into a different domination map. 1-3 right now, Brody.
And if you're a Skade, you're not in a good mindset whatsoever, are you? Fine. The first half of that Hackney Yard dog was pretty close. I think it was a 25-point differential for a Skade, but it's not a great situation to be in. Now they come into firing range domination. With Cygnus, you know, they got reverse swept versus Full House earlier on in the bracket. There is absolutely a possibility you can do that. That would be insane. I kind of want a game 5, not going to lie. It would be a great way to end this weekend. It has been an
5. It's still been a great series throughout a lot of these maps for us here. And you know what? I think you bring up a fair point where you do talk about not seeing a whole lot of like firing range, domination. Hasn't been in a lot of the map pools here. I mean, maybe this is the one for our potential map 5 because they have takeoff hardpoint after this. And that has been a map where they've looked pretty dominating. I mean, it's going to take like a big speech. I don't know if they got some coaching staff here on Skade. Like someone's got game paid because this might be their last map of this entire Latin America regional play.
Got Skade Esports now right out of the gate, going to try and grab B. This is an incredibly hard flag to capture. B huge trying to hold on, but just going to shut him down.
You know, here, be able to pick up the middle of the map. Battles will be won there for the side of Skade, making sure that they do maintain control in the trailer position. Middle of the map, but he has been able to find the window to push and surge through, but can't keep his life to get on the flat.
Opportunity as Skade have just yet, but now with those wave of kills, look at them jumping on the flag concept. But PUBG picking up that 3 will absolutely change the situation. With Kimwax and Cheeto combining with
looking good, they're finding kills, but no one's making a move to get on top of the flag right now. It has still remained neutral this entire way through. And I'm a player halfway on the capture. A smoke is going to block the line of sight from American, and there it is.
Up to Cygnus Esports now have done what these teams have been battling for that for 2.5 minutes now almost. So he's ready to go. Cheeto with 2, and it's an attempt from Miguelis and Leosin that is immediately shut down. Now for Zig, Born Trap them and hold this speed set up for the remainder of the half.
Yeah, and this is where you don't want to start feeding the death machine. I mean, you really have to look at that moment as something that might be able to allow them to come out and get onto B. And which 5-3, he's working closer and closer to the rest of those streaks. Miguelis just going to throw his body on the flag, flip of the map. Both teams trading out on the home flags. And just a couple remaining seconds.
It will at least save a couple of points before we get into the second half for Skade. But I'll tell you what, I mean, PUBG nevertheless, so valuable, keeping Skade away from that B flash for as long as they did.
Streaks available. I think a couple of Predator missiles might have been, gauged right before we got in towards that second side here, which means that it's going to be a kill, but it doesn't exactly gain you anything here. And now we'll see opposite end. It's all control inside of trailer. I mean, this is just so much to handle, and Justice also holding control, and you've got the world to play with for as far as utility.
It's the sentry gun on the map. Every second that goes by here, Skader in more and more danger of being 3-0'd and losing in second place. Save me, and that's the Predator you were talking about right there, Austin. 6 points to 3 minutes to pass. So yeah, the mathematics of this are, we need a triple cap now from Skade to survive. That is how this one works. I'm sure that's telling me I'm an idiot, but I'm pretty sure that's how this is going to work. 20 points away from victory. Cygnus have been solid. They've also been pretty good. They might not be out of this one yet. They need to get that triple code effectively now.
It's got to happen right. Making the play, he's able to find himself a big triple kill, but now you got to move over to B. A sentry will be set up. Hold on, might just be enough. Leo's in will try to make the remaining play, but no one's left. And there you have it. Cygnus Esports, they are your #1 seed heading into the World Championship from last.
They did it, they came back from what was a terrible mental state, right? I mean, you're in the lower bracket. You enter into the incredible grand final from them. 3-1 victory in the first. Could have been a 3-0 at length. I do want to talk about Skade for a second here, because it is unfortunate they do end up finishing in second.
Fire 2 best of 5s that go the distance. I mean, that just stings. And then you lose the first one, and it's a dead. Skade looks so good here. Getting through the first round 3-0, 3-1, then 3. They had a tough run today. I mean, they had to come back in reverse sweep just to get into the losers. So they make that run, they get up here, they force the bracket reset, and they looked like they were just...
Yeah, beautifully done from Cygnus Esports. Let's take a look at the lower bracket run from Cygnus, because it is quite special, isn't it, really? 3-1 over Loops Esports. That, to me, was an incredible scoreline. Loops are actually a pretty good team, and props, because that was a great display from them to even push Cygnus to that. Pretty good, I think, from them, and that was the moment where it looked like Cygnus were really going to fight for it.
He is a very explosive player. There was a lot of moments where you needed someone to go big. See it here versus Full House. He's just on a tear, lighting things up. I mean, every single time you look to the right, it feels like he's 10 players on the map. There's a lot of fluff kills that come in that I like to call that aren't necessarily important or in packs and D rounds, you name it. Found a ton of them throughout the entire weekend here for us. Very much deserved.
It's truly something special. Before we send everybody on their way home ready for the North American and the European.
Thoughts, man, on the day. You got to give some credit over towards the. Did it twice, like through both tournaments, through the qualifier, through the playoffs when it really mattered. I mean, this is, they're very happy to cast alongside you as well throughout this entire thing. So many moments, a lot of memories made. It was overall.
Latin American teams in the World Championship. Austin, it's been an awesome time casting. It's been an awesome time casting American.